Good morning. We're going to talk to you about something we haven't talked to you about before. It has to do with relationships, primarily love relationships, and we want to give you a little bit of an understanding of how you can actually get the most satisfying, rewarding, and in aligned relationship that you can get. You have to have this understanding that the divine feminine, if you happen to be in relationship with a female, or even someone that is not a female but is dominantly feeling female, let's use that term. So we're not isolating it to just a male and female couple. It would be anyone that was exhibiting traits that would maybe align them a little bit more to the feminine side than the masculine side. Generally, in every relationship, there is that kind of arrangement going on where there is one more male feeling, and then one more female feeling. That is how we would describe it. We're not leaving anyone out, just so you know, So what we want to talk about here today is desire or feeling desired. The divine feminine energy, as a rule, comes with this way or desire to be desired, you see. And a lot of those that are masculine or male orientated, let's use that term, don't really understand how important it is that the divine feminine feel desired. It's actually what we would identify as the Kundalini energy, the divine feminine Kundalini energy, is actually stimulated by your desire, by your need for it, by your longing for it, by your attention to it, and by your love of it, you see. And your feminine counterpart, or the one that you are in interaction with that may be a little bit more feminine than masculine, is actually desiring the same thing. To have a really profound, intimate, and lasting relationship, the best thing that you can do is really show that desire. And what is desire? Desire is that I must have myself fed by you to feed myself, you see. It's this feeling of connectedness, of longing, of wanting, of desiring, of touching, of verbalizing, anything that you could do to make the relationship or the one that you are in relationship with feel desired, you see. It's one of the things that when we talk to couples that they are longing for. One of them is longing for this, but they don't always verbalize it. Maybe they notice or see someone else, or they talk to another friend or an acquaintance that is actually receiving that type of food for their soul, and they are wishing and longing that they had it for themselves. We wanted to put this out there because we want you to get the best possible relationships that you can get. We want you to remember that you cannot take someone for granted. You cannot forget that there are needs or things that a human is desiring or wanting in order to feel fulfilled. You see, we're not talking about necessarily the sexual act or the intimacy that you might be thinking about as we are having this discussion. We're talking about it more in terms of the way that you feel, the way that you think, that you create a longing which creates a desire in you, and then you express it to your partner so that there's no doubt in their mind that you need them, that they are actually the most satisfying, beautiful, attractive, necessary even thing for you in order for you to feel satisfied. Sometimes when a human gets in a relationship for quite some time and they are together a lot, they forget about this very important quality or trait that they could bring into the relationship. So we're giving you a gentle reminder today, not to be different than you are, but to actually recognize that feminine energy is fueled by your desire. So how can you express it? How can you long? How can you need something so much that the other person feels the need that you have for them? This is what desire is. This is what that ecstatic state that a couple can actually get into when they recognize this way, this need, As the Kundalini energy reaches the crown or the top of the head, it actually merges with the divine masculine, and the two become unified. And we would tell you when this occurs, there's a very mutual, satisfying, ecstatic state that both reach, where that desire kind of evaporates a little bit. And that doesn't mean that you don't enjoy each other. It doesn't mean that you are not interacting in a physical way anymore. That's not what it means. But the need for desire is greatly diminished because satisfaction is achieved or met in oneness, in unity. But it doesn't mean that you're not spiritually developed, doesn't mean that you're behind. It means that the more that your partner assists you in feeling desired, the more they're going to help you on your spiritual journey. It's actually going to move you into the belief that you are loved, that you are worthy, that you are desired, that you are needed, that you are important. Yeah, all of these things move the female counterpart or aspect to this way of feeling that I feel pretty good about myself when I am with this other person that makes me feel whole, you see. Some of you might not like the sounds of that. You think you should be able to do that for yourself. And primarily at some point in your evolution, you probably will, yeah? But there's no shame in wanting it. There's no shame in understanding it. And there's no shame in needing it. And there's certainly no shame in getting it, yeah? So we are just bringing this up for couples so that they understand that the number one thing that the female aspect or the divine feminine calls for is to be desired. And however you can portray that, however you can offer that, however you can give that, you will actually be assisting them on their way up to meet the divine masculine energy, where they will actually become unified and balanced and not needing anything, you see. We hope you understand that there is this human aspect of you or part of your journey that requires you to be aware or have an understanding of creating satisfaction as you co-create with a partner. And so to achieve that really balanced, really connected love state, to desire someone is one of the greatest gifts that you can give them. Desire comes in the admiration of their eyes, of their hair, of the smell of their skin, of the need to be close to them, of the noticing them throughout the day, of the verbalizing the desire that you have every time you see them or they walk into the room. These are some of the ways that you can actually stimulate the divine feminine and actually stimulate your masculine side as well. There's a reward that's going to be coming to you when you figure out this little trick that all you need to do really is desire the one that wants to be desired. And you yourself will be rewarded with great desire. We hope that you understand that we are trying to explain to you that there is a little bit of a difference between the masculine and the feminine sides, and that you have to take notice of which side you are on, and that satisfying each other is part of the journey, or understanding that you are to achieve when you are here. I think that pretty much sums it up. Good day.